Alright, so here's another update. It's Tuesday morning. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, so everything's kind of wet. But, where to start? So, started pulling out all the Honda controls. And I've got the motor sold, so those are going away. Let's talk about the layout here. Zoom out a little bit. So, Honda had, of course, the binnacle here, 2 tacks, 2 trim gauges. These were battery and alarm, overheat alarm, and then over here was the ignition key and the stop lanyard, and of course these fuel gauges. So talked to the repower company to get an idea of what gauges are coming in the package, and I think we have a plan. So of course everything's all the new Suzuki Precision 2.0 stuff, which is cool, but the downside to that is apparently they don't have a gateway module to interface with the new Garmin MFD that I'm putting in, so I'm gonna have to wait a little while for that interface, but I think I'll survive. So we're gonna go with the digital dual binnacle here, two SMG4 LCD gauges here. Those are multi-function gauges for, tack, trim, fuel level, all that good stuff. They will hopefully, I think they interface with my fuel tanks, because these 2 fuel gauges are going away. So binnacle, SMG4s, and this is going to get replaced with the key and something else. There's just 1 key for the 2 motors, and it should cover that whole area. And then over here, we're going to do the ignition start. So it's another square gauge thing. It'll have start, stop, engine, another button here, and then I think trim? No, RPM. I don't know. I don't know what those other buttons do, but I'll find out. And then over here, of course, this big, huge gaping hole. Don't really have anything to put here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of black Lexan and put some magnets on the back side of it, and then on my phone put those little metal plates that go inside the cover, so I'll have a nice secure place to put my phone. And then I'll probably put a 12-volt USB outlet here. I considered doing a wireless charger built into the Lexan plate, but I don't want all that heat generation between the 2 for reasons I don't know. I just feel that I don't want it. So that's what's going to cover that hole. And then these 2 will get dummy plates, and then this one I just bought the Fusion hidden stereo thing with a little tiny remote that'll go in this hole. So all these holes will be filled. These will be plugged. This will be a phone holder and charger. So that's the plan. There's all the Honda stuff. It's relatively... Oh man, look at all these wires. This is crazy. All of this rat's nest was behind the dash, and I'll show you what it looks like now. Still pretty clean in here from when I shampooed it. Alright, so I'm going to pull this out and replace it with something more better. I'm going to replace this cup holder with the stainless steel and probably run a drain hose down out into the bilge. I'm going to clean up all this wiring. I don't know what this switch is for right here, so I got to figure that out. it's going to something. And the fuse, it runs down. I don't know what it's for. But this little bundle of Honda stuff, that's going to come out. Of course, these shift and throttle cables will come out. Everything's all digital. I'm going to clean up those wires. Probably going to take out the autopilot because I don't see myself ever really using it. Obviously, I'll leave the hydraulic pump in here. And yeah, I'll probably just take that out. On the back side of where the MFD is going to go, I'm going to do another Lexan plate, black acrylic, to cover the whole thing, and then just cut out where I want my MFD to go and go from there. So, yep. Still dirty on the inside. Gross. Oh, there's all the wires for the radar. Those all need to come out because I put the new one in. And let's take a look up here. So I'm thinking I am going to pull this radio out from up here and mount it in here. I'm going to have the big MFD here and maybe radio. I'm debating whether I want to keep this or not, because there's a not through hole, but in hole. I don't know if that's the right term, but there's a transducer mounted in this sponson. It's not through hole, but it's a good way to get depth at speed. Otherwise, depth doesn't work when the transducer is down there and we're going fast. So yeah, probably keep that. Anyhow, thinking about moving this radio down, maybe even replace this radio. Get one with AIS. I don't know that this has it. I gotta look up the model. I don't think it does because there's no... Wait. So we've got this wire. Probably for GPS. Okay. It's super dirty. Alright. So I'll look this model up and see if it's got AIS. If it does, then I'm going to keep it and then surface mount it there. This other radio that's up here, not sure. This looks a lot older. Ew, wire nuts, really? Come on. What are you doing? This is hard one-handed. So anyhow, all this is coming out. And I think... Holy smokes. Alright, I'll get that off camera. So I'm not going to have any electronics up here, is the deal. Just wires passing through to go up to the radar, and then the antenna wire is going to come down through here, down with the radar stuff, and we're going to call it good. This is probably a GPS puck, which I don't need anymore. And I'll just use this for storage. Oh, what's this? Upper Chesapeake Bay. Obviously a chart map. I think I threw whatever that was away that went to. Yep. Now there's some parts up here. Should be careful when I'm grabbing, blindly grabbing stuff. Alright, yep, so that's just going to be storage, no electronics up there. And we're going to move everything down here. Autopilot. Again, I'm going to leave that because there's going to be a hole and I don't know what to put there. So there's that switch that I don't know what does. It's pretty hefty. Clunk, clunk. 12-volt outlet. Alright, so that's the update for now. Once I start measuring and designing this Lexan, I'll walk you through that process. And then also this plate here. That'll be a fun project. Get to bust out some cool tools. Alright, ciao.